the 2025 Nobel Prize in Economics was awarded for showing that long-term economic growth comes from a continuous cycle of innovation, where new ideas and technologies replace old ones. And in the energy sector, there are many additional reasons to innovate.
We surveyed over 270 experts from around the world about what they believe drives innovations in energy today. And in 2025, energy security was clearly cited as the #1 driver.
But what drives energy innovation also depends on who you ask. Businesses want efficiency, governments seek growth, and energy-poor regions look to expand energy access.
What is driving energy innovation, and what can governments, investors and innovators do to act where it matters the most? The IEA's annual State of Energy Innovation report brings together all relevant information that the IEA collects in one place to identify where progress is accelerating and where it is falling behind. Innovation progress cannot be measured through one single number. The innovation ecosystem of research, inventions and large-scale investment is shaped by scientists, policymakers, entrepreneurs and financiers who all respond to different short-term and long-term incentives.
This year's edition reveals a concerning trend. After years of growth, funding for energy innovation appears to be slowing. Global public energy R&D spending, for example, dropped in 2024 compared to its high in 2023, and all data available for 2025 show a similar trend.
Venture capital investments in energy technology startups also declined in 2024 and then fell again in 2025 for the third year straight, as AI absorbed 1/3 of all venture capital funding. Corporate energy R&D spending grew at its lowest rate since 2015, by just 1% in 2024. With the exception of renewable and power grid equipment suppliers, energy-related sectors allocated an equal or lower share of revenue to R&D.
At a time where energy security considerations are front and centre and a key motivator for innovation, this is a worrying trend. When geopolitical concerns over energy were at historical highs in the early 1980s, IEA member governments invested around 0.1% of their GDP on energy R&D. A seemingly small share, but one that has delivered many of the energy innovations we rely on today. Today, that share is only 0.05%. The trend is not uniform across countries. Some regions are approaching similar investment levels to those seen in the early 1980s. Notably Europe, which has boosted the share of GDP it spends on energy R&D in recent years. Elsewhere, only China reaches a comparable level of public energy R&D spending.
One challenge of public R&D policy is that the benefits of spending typically only reveal themselves in hindsight. The lithium-ion battery is a good example. Its invention was underpinned by public funding around 1980 and was followed by many research successes in public laboratories. Today, the annual market for this battery technology is worth $130 billion, as lithium-ion battery packs power everything from smartphones to electric vehicles and grid-scale energy storage.
Batteries look to be a disruptive technology for the energy sector and beyond, and battery innovation is accelerating further. Battery patents accounted for almost half of all energy technology patents in 2023, an unprecedented share for a single technology. Preliminary data for 2024 show that this share is set to further increase. Battery innovation is now a common priority for many countries, even if their innovation portfolios are otherwise tailored to their needs and their comparative advantages.
The energy sector remains an innovation powerhouse. 1 in 10 patents worldwide is related to energy, putting energy ahead of transport, chemicals, and pharmaceuticals.
The largest country for energy technology patents today is China, which has overtaken the United States, Japan, and Europe in recent years.
Energy innovators made big strides forward in 2025. IEA analysts have identified more than 150 notable advances in energy innovation last year. Over 50 emerging technologies moved closer to commercialization.
For 2026, we identified 3 main priority areas for action. There is a renewed interest in innovation as an engine for competitiveness and resilience. Delivering requires strategic decisions, aligning R&D and finance with industrial opportunities, targeting supply chain weaknesses, and accepting the risks that come with pushing out the technology frontier.
There is increasing competition between AI and energy for venture capital. Here, we need a clear-sighted view of the funding gaps to ensure that energy projects that promise long-term impacts can succeed.
Strong partnerships are crucially important. At a time of geopolitical challenges, it would be especially important for researchers, entrepreneurs, and first-of-a-kind project developers to be able to connect with ambitious customers, funders, and partners so that the pace of progress stays high.
The IEA will continue to shine light on the forces shaping energy innovation, to help governments, investors, and innovators to act where it matters most.